Hey guys, Ryan from Husky Moving here in Arlington, Massachusetts. We're a full-service moving company serving the greater Boston area. We do residential and commercial moving. We do assembly work, handyman work, light plumbing, artwork mounting, TV mounting. If it involves a home, we try to get it done. I want to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about your brand voice. Definitely not an expert in this, but I'm trying to figure it out as I go. I've been in business for roughly 2 years-ish, and kind of figuring out as I go who I'm going to be as a company, what I want my look to be, appearance to be, voice to be, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that today. Um, I think it's super important, and again, I can't stress this strongly enough. I'm not an expert. Haven't studied any of this. All I know is what I've tried to accomplish and the impact that it's had with people. I've actually had a lot of people tell me that they really like my branding, which is awesome. That was one of my goals for sure. I wanted to have a consistent, cohesive look throughout everything. That includes the three vehicles that we have, the uniforms that we wear, the appearance of our website, the color scheme, the logos, the social media, down to like what I would consider to be smaller details like license plates, personalized license plates, mud flaps, things of that nature. And just how it gives my goal is that it gives a like franchise look, even though we are a tiny, tiny company. That's kind of what I'm going for. But really what I want to talk to you tonight about is the voice of your brand. And this is something, like I said, I've been trying to figure out as I go. When I first started out, my thought process was very much like I wanted to be like super professional about everything. Everything was like just professional, like Instagram posts, Facebook posts, all of it was just super professional, and that's like who I wanted to be, you know. And then as I was going on, I was posting these things, and it was okay. But I kind of started to think as I got a little bit more and more confident in like what we were doing, and the business started to flow in, and I started getting more and more jobs, and customers were more and more happy, and it seemed like things were going well, and money was coming in. I think there was a part of me that kind of got more confident in what I was doing and the services I was providing. And when that happened, I kind of started to think to myself, like, is this really what I want the voice of my brand to be, or do I really want the voice of my brand to be a reflection of who I am personally? And because I had business coming in and money was coming in and I was confident and we were doing a really good job and people were happy, I think I was more willing to just say, fuck it. You know, like I don't need to put on a dog and pony show for these people. I can do whatever I want to do. And that's kind of why I started my own company, because I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. And so I started to think about it. I'm like, I kind of felt like I was holding myself back a little bit in terms of like things I was saying and what I was putting out there for social media and blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't really a true reflection of like who I am personally and like, you know, my sense of humor. I have a certain type of sense of humor, whether right or wrong. I have a certain type of sense of humor that I find to be funny. Other people, you know, a lot of people don't find it funny, and that's okay. I have a certain personality. I tend to be rather loud, opinionated. I'm honest, I think, to a fault most of the time. But all of these things are like, you know, it's who I am, right or wrong, it's who I am. And I think I got more confident with putting that out there, both in my social media posts, in my commentary, in the way that I talk to customers. And I started to realize as things went on that, like, realistically, if I'm a good moving company and that's all I got, okay, I'm one of 500 good moving companies within 1,000 miles. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. What else you got? The only other thing I got is me. That's it. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's like my special sauce, just as you are your special sauce. That's all you got. Because if all you're doing is really good service, then you're not really that different from any other company, excuse me. So I started to realize that like my voice, my sense of humor, the way I talk to people, all of that was part of the branding and how I wanted to embrace that as opposed to like kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say nullifying. That's not what I'm looking for. I think I was just kind of suppressing my own voice a little bit. And then I started to realize that like, I don't need to suppress this. This is who I am. This is who I want to be, for better or worse. And just becoming comfortable with being like, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to post what I want to post. And you can either choose to be on board or you can choose not to be on board. And it wasn't going to be for everyone, you know. That's okay. I'm not for everyone. You're not for everyone. Nobody's for everyone. You know, we all have some people that are going to like us and some people are going to hate us. And what I choose to do, I can either choose to do one thing and have half of the world hate me, or I can choose to do another thing and have half of the world hate me. But no matter what I do, half of the world's going to hate me. So why would I choose to do something that's anything other than what I want to do? Right? Simple. So just getting your confidence up about that, put your own spin on whatever your branding would be. And the other thing I want to talk about is like every company in the world, every comedian in the world, every actor in the world, some people can get away with certain things and other people can get away with way, 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 way more. And the only reason the people who can get away with way more are usually because they were upfront about it from the beginning and they were just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it, you know, like you don't need to like me, but this is who I am. And the people who usually do that and they're upfront about it can get away with more stuff. And you'll see that in certain businesses. Certain airlines conduct themselves certain ways. And then you have other airlines like JetBlue, I think, is the one known for being a little bit more over the top with their commentary, like on the microphones and the way they advertise. It might be JetBlue, Spirit, I don't know, it doesn't matter. There are some companies that are known for being over the top, and they can get away with a lot more stuff. There was a very well-known restaurant in Boston for years and years and years that I think has gone out of business. So it actually is kind of disproving my point for sure, and I'm aware of that. But it was called Dick's Last Resort, and what they were known for is this really over-the-top banter with their customers, where they would just rip the shit out of people and just do really highly inappropriate shit. And it was considered normal and okay. And the only reason it was considered normal and okay was because that's what they did. That was their thing from day one. That was always their shtick. And so they got away with it. And you couldn't go into any other restaurant and get away with that. You would have got shit on by social media. But they got away with it. Just as certain comedians are known for just saying whatever the fuck they want to say. And they get away with it because that's who they are. They're unapologetically not ashamed to be who they want to be, and they're just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like me if you want to, don't like me if you don't want to. This is who I am, take it or leave it. And some people are going to leave it, obviously. But those are the people that are willing or able, to get away with more shit. And so that's kind of a large part of what I started to realize is like, dude, just own whoever the fuck you are. You know, like if you want to say something and you think it's going to be controversial, just fucking say it. Who cares? Like, what are you gonna piss off people? If you piss off people and they don't agree with you, okay, you don't get to move that heavy shit. What difference does it make? Who cares? Or if you have a sense of humor that someone doesn't find to be funny, okay, so now I don't have to move that dusty dresser. I'll be okay. You know, I'm not gonna die. I'll be fine. Just as they'll be fine too if they decide I'm not for them. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that what I'm choosing to do is what you should choose to do. All I'm suggesting is that you want to figure out whoever you are, you know, whatever your voice is going to be, and be okay with having your own voice, you know? It doesn't need to be my voice. I would expect it would be your voice or whatever you think that's what you want your voice to be. But I just want to encourage you to have a voice and shape your own brand. Decide what you want your brand to be, and hopefully it will be a reflection of who you are personally and who you want to be. And I genuinely think that the world tends to love and take hold of people who are the most honest about who they really are. Meaning, if you really give of yourself to people, you don't put on a front. You just say, hey, listen, man, this is who I am. Like fucking the good, the bad, the ugly. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. People are way more likely to take it than the people who kind of put on an act or a show, and people can kind of tell, like, this doesn't seem authentic right now. So all I'm encouraging you to do is be authentic, and whoever you want to be and whoever you want your brand voice to be, just be authentic about whatever you choose that to be, and be willing to do that, to take that leap of faith, to just be like, I'm going to have the confidence in myself to be myself and let my brand be a extension of who I am. All right? Hopefully you guys found value in this. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you need to get a hold of me, my contact information is at the back end of the video. Email address and website. Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it.